Okay, today we're looking at a 41 Farmall M equipped with a M&W 9-speed, Charlene power steering, and a 12-volt conversion. So I've modified the switch box with a volt gauge. This switch is the ignition. Then we got the push button start, and this turns the lights on. Now for the lights, I have retrofitted some PAR 36 LEDs into the original housings. They are quite bright. Be much easier to see. Still looks fairly original. I've also put on the cast iron friction type throttle. I never did get along with the sawtooth type. Optima 12-volt battery. I've redone all the wiring myself. Solenoid to the starter now instead of the long cables. I've added a tank heater for winter time. Preheat the engine, warm it up. This is the Eaton type pump for the Charlene power steering. You can see the suction line goes around back here behind the manifold and then sneaks over to the other side of the tractor. Pressure line, I have double hose so it doesn't wear through. And there's the Charlene torque motor. Rebuilt the carburetor. I have a stainless steel muffler to put on it today that I got for Christmas. And this is the Schwartz wide front end. If you have trouble telling the difference between the Schwartz and the International, the cast iron steering arms with the spline shaft kind of give it away. If you don't have any tags, the original International front end has tie rods out front. Over here I've got a toolbox mounted. I've rebuilt the distributor with Pertronix electronic ignition, new 12-volt coil. This is the Hitachi Alternator Kit from Charlie's Repair in Minnesota. I know you can put something together a lot cheaper off of eBay, but if you look at the quality of the mounts, the nice small size of the alternator fits easily under the hood with lots of room left to adjust the belt tension, and uses the standard belt. This is the return line for the power steering. I put a filter in, and I used the old starting tank as a reservoir for power steering. The bottom was rusted out, so I welded a new bottom in and the correct fittings for the suction line and the return. And this is a T-fitting where the temperature sending unit goes in the head. This is where the tank heater goes to circulate the hot water. And underneath, my plan to build a hydraulic system for this, since the original belly pump only put out about 800 pounds of pressure, I have made a shaft with 1,000 RPM splines and a 1,000 RPM pump to go on there. That'll come later. Now, why 1,000 and not 540? Because of this. I have the M&W 9-speed, and when you kick it into high gear, the PTO and the counter shaft that originally ran the belly pump also runs twice as fast. And take another look at the 12-volt alternator kit. Again, Charlie's Repair in Minnesota. Very nice guy to talk to on the phone. Has a lot of different options. If you don't like the Hitachi alternator, he has other options. It is a close fit here with this bracket, but the bracket could easily be modified to fit. So, Charlene torque motor. And I went with a aftermarket temperature gauge that I had laying around, because it's just a working tractor. This isn't a fancy restoration. So I'm going to put the hood and the muffler on. We'll come back.